fight back against fear, negativity, internet trolls, and the like by learning to brag your impact. If you've been wondering why them over there, they're getting all the press, they're getting all the attention, they're getting all the traffic, they're getting all the leads, all the love and the attention, and you're not, there's one thing that you need to learn to do. Just one thing, and we're going to cover it in this video. Now, the reason why they look like they're crushing it and doing so much better than you in life, business, love, health, whatever, is not because they have more experience than you, not because they have more money, not because they're younger, not because they're more old, not because they're skinnier, not because they're bigger, not because they're lighter or they're darker, not because of anything you could possibly come up with. Nope. It is simply because of one thing. They are not smarter than you. They are not better than you. They are just doing this one thing. And that's why they're getting all the attention, all the accolades, all the progress, all the money. They're doing this one thing, and it's called bragging. It's not what you think, though. Hold on and stay to the end of this video to figure out exactly what bragging is so that you can start embracing it. Let's get to it. I'm Sensei Victoria Whitfield, your journey partner in business, coming to you from my dojo space here in New Jersey via strategicmeditation.com, where I help impact-driven entrepreneurs and leaders like you here to get and stay grounded and clear in mind, body, and business. I provide spiritual coaching, business coaching, Reiki energy clearing, assisted meditation, tarot card readings, all of the above to holistically support you raising your energy vibration so that you can increase your income and impact. If that speaks to you or you know someone who needs this, show me some love. Make sure to like, share, subscribe right here on YouTube and all the platforms and things. Let the algorithm know this is where the juice is. Yes, yes. So we need to talk about learning to brag. Let me tell you a story. Here's what it is. I have an amazing woman in my life, one of many, and she's been a nurse for decades. She's wise, she's effective, she's a powerhouse. She knows what she's doing. She's taught hundreds and hundreds of other nurses how to do the thing. And would you believe she has imposter syndrome after being a nurse longer than I've been alive? Yes, I'm a wee one, right? That even she has imposter syndrome. It's like, I don't know if I have anything to add or why anyone would want to hear me speak. I'm not exactly sure. I don't understand why people heap so much praise on me. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm not going to say your name, but you know who you are, and I love you deep, deep, deep in my heart. Mwah, I've known you all my life, right? But to this day, she has saved countless lives, and not only by her own hand, but also through the collective hands of all of the other nurses, MAs, doctors, residents, and all of the medical professionals that she's taught by extension, let alone that of her daughter, who's also a nurse, right? She's saved so many lives, yet she is the most humble person you will ever meet. And this one is for you. I know you're watching, and I want you to know I love you so much. And I want to see you featured in the big lights. I want to see your TED Talk. I want to see you on the front of Time magazine. You saving lives, right? You being magnificent, brilliant, wise, dedicated, focused, and reliable, steady year after year, decade after decade. I want to see you featured out there But she is first, but and she is first in line to say, no, 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 no. No, don't take a photo of me. I hate the way I look. No, 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 no. I'm stressed out that they want me to give a speech. Like, I literally don't know what I'll say. But like, there's all of that. Yet when it comes to saving lives, oh, you betcha. She crushes it every single time. Doctors are scared of her out of respect and love. She is a magic woman. She is a miracle worker. Anyone who's ever been cared for by her knows that she's a miracle worker. Everyone sings her praises, except for her. This one is for you. And when I say for you, I mean whoever's watching me right now, because her story is my story, is your story, is our story. What is this where there are magnificent, magical, miracle-working people manifesting heaven on earth? Big shifts, like joy and love and healing and transformation and profound insight. They're making incredible, stupendous art, right? Healing, like the incurable, right? Heretofore thought incurable, right? They're able to move mountains, and yet they are the best kept secret. And in the limelight and on the magazine covers, the knuckleheads are stealing all of the attention. The fools and the hoes and the crazy people, the bullies and the tyrants and the nut jobs, they're the ones getting all of the likes and views on TikTok, getting all of the millions of dollars coming into their business, getting all of the flowers and awards and accolades. What is that? What is that? Well, I'm going to tell you. That is a virtual reality. It's not real. It's not real. It is constructed. By the way, we are currently in episode 3 of our 4-episode conversation around the problem of our dysfunctional relationship with technology preventing us and distracting us from moving forward and being a positive disruptor in our communities, in our industries, in our countries, right, in our families. Technology and the way things look is messing with how we perceive reality. And we've been bringing in a discussion from VR, so virtual reality and extended reality, augmented reality, science and technology, to help us understand that what it looks like is not what it actually is. It's all a construct. And for the last couple of episodes, we talked about how this is like our relationship with technology is super dysfunctional and it's messing with our minds, right? We've been focusing on the problem. Today, though, we're going to do something about it. Because now that we know the problem of just because so-and-so has their face on the cover of Time magazine doesn't mean anything. Just because so-and-so makes millions of dollars doesn't mean they know more than you. Just because so-and-so has these hundreds of thousands or millions of followers or subscribers on like Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or Facebook or whatever, doesn't mean that they are better than you and that you are less than them. It just means that they have gotten their reps in on doing an exercise, a little known exercise called bragging. Okay, and in the last series of episodes, We talked about the problem of being humble and being taught to be humble as being product unaware. Like if you don't know the value of your product, like let's say I wanted to sell this like beautiful ring or whatever. Like let's say I wanted to, if I couldn't communicate how wonderful, how it's heavy and it has beautiful crystals and different colors and diamond, this cubic zirconia, simulated diamonds in it, and so that makes it more affordable but also artistic for people who want to be expressive, blah 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 blah. If I didn't have the ability to convey the value of the product, no one would want to buy it. The same is true for us ourselves. If we don't have the ability to see our own value and convey our own value, when we step out to be valuable, no one's gonna buy it. No one's going to buy into the idea of you being an expert if you sit there and shame and humbleize and shrink yourself so that other people allegedly feel better because you're now small, even though, like in our example case, you save lives and you've been saving lives for decades. You don't need to shrink. If somebody's life needs to be saved, like, can we find the doctor, the nurse in the house immediately? Rather than, no, I'm not good enough. Be kind to yourself if this is the situation, especially now, because our digital lives are full of stories of people making big announcements and showing all of their accomplishments. You know, when people want to post online, they're going to post their best. They're very rarely going to post their worst. And when they post their worst, usually the wolves and the trolls come in. And if that's the case for you, that you're just like kind of hanging back because you're afraid of what's going to happen, you lack the skill of bragging. And I'm going to do my best to try and like cram all of our references together because we've got 3 readings to plow through today. One is we're going to turn to science for an example, in addition to our main example of my beloved lady that I know and adore, who's just steeped in the imposter syndrome, right? And making herself small so that other people feel comfortable, even though she's like definitively the expert. Everyone sings her praise but her. We have science to give us another example of that. Then we're going to head on over to my mentor who taught me how to brag, Regina Thomas-Sauer, for a little bit on what is this one thing we should be doing, bragging. What is that? Then we're going to slide on over to Napoleon Hill, round it off with a tarot card, and then of course our action step of the day. Ready? Let's go. Yes. Okay, so let's head on over to science, right? And we gotta fight back. And there are people like you and I who are fighting back, who are fighting the good fight. And it's interesting to hear about them, not from them, though. What is that? It's like it's heterodox to, meaning, how do you say, evil or bad, right? It's heterodox to say, I did this thing. Wouldn't you want to know that they did this thing if that's the thing that you want them to do for you too? From J&J, excuse me, J&J Johnson&Johnson.com. Quote, I'm a scientist dedicated to bringing eye health innovations to the world. And this is written by Brooke Porter-Katz from May of 2024. She starts off by saying, imagine a contact lens that, when worn overnight while you sleep, actually helps reshape the cornea and improve your vision. And envision what it would feel like to wear a contact lens that delivers technology to help address the increased digital demand on our eyes. Xiaoyu Song, medical doctor and PhD, and her vision research and development team at Johnson & Johnson have brought these and many more eye care innovations to people around the world, making a true impact in global vision health. As the global head of research and development for vision at Johnson & Johnson, Dr. Song oversees the creation and commercialization of cutting-edge products that addresses vision problems through all stages of life, from childhood myopia to cataracts in older adults. Her inquisitive mind and love of problem solving inspired Dr. Song to pursue a career in healthcare research and development. Seeing the patient impact of the innovations her team developed has kept her at Johnson & Johnson for more than 2 decades. Quote, "The short answer to the question of why do I do what I do? It's to make an impact," says Dr. Song. Quote, "I did try working on different areas, including academia, but once I started helping people in a large scale way, beyond treating one patient at a time as a medical doctor does, I never looked back. It's so rewarding." Ask Dr. Song what she's most proud of. Listen. And she won't talk about her many patents, the scientific studies she's published, or the industry awards she's earned. She won't even mention that her R&D leadership resulted in the creation of the Johnson & Johnson Technis Eyehance, IOL, an intraocular lens, IOL, widely used in cataract surgery that was awarded a Johnson Medal, the company's highest honor in R&D in 2022. In 2023, it also earned a Red Dot Design Award. She won't. Instead, she points to her team as her biggest achievement. Quote, "I love celebrating their successes when we get innovations out the door. What makes me most proud is the team I have the privilege to lead. All the accomplishments and innovative solutions we've launched would be impossible without these talented and committed scientists, clinicians, medical professionals, marketers, and supply chain experts. Our broadest accomplishment is that we continue to design, develop, commercialize world-class, first-of-their-kind innovations." Tying this back to, you need to learn to brag. She won't talk about all of the magnificent stuff that she's had because she's been taught, as most women have, as most people have. I'm also not just talking about the ladies here. This is a thing, especially for women, of like, how dare you talk about you? What are you, a man? And then when a guy does it, like, how dare you talk about what you've done? What are you, a dick? Like, I can't tell you how many guys I talk to is like, well, you know, I don't want to be a, but I did do this. Like, there is some sort of taught shame around celebrating the positive impact that we have accomplished. And officially, my spirit guides say, we're out of time for that. It's no longer cute, because the eye, the all-seeing eye of the algorithm, is going to those who have the ability to convey their value. If you can tell people and show them about the shift that you make, that's what's going to draw their attention. That's what's going to bring the abundance, bring the energy, bring the people, bring the support, bring the donations to you as opposed to somebody else, because you have the courage to let people know what's going on. Now, this is not to demonize someone who takes pride in their team. That's a beautiful thing. But I think it's really important that someone who has patents and is an award-winning research scientist won't talk about the fact that they are like a holder of several patents and an award-winning research scientist. Even stupid people, and I mean this, will do that and will have people follow them, buy their stuff, buy into their program and all this stuff, and they don't even know what they're doing. The stupid people, the crazy people, the fraudulent people, the shyster people will do that. but the good people won't. Thanks be to God for our lovely reporter who's like, here's all the stuff that she left out. Wouldn't it be nice if we had someone to follow around and be like, oh, by the way, like essentially like your own hype man of like, oh, by the way, Victoria's amazing because this, and this. You should talk to her. Until that person exists, I gotta be that for me. Type that in the comments. I gotta be that. I gotta be that hype man for myself. Law of attraction states that which is like unto it is attracted. Your words create your reality. If you have the ability to celebrate yourself, you're going to have more to celebrate. It's a beautiful thing to celebrate the team. There's a wonderful word for it called compersion, where you don't feel jealous for other people's wins, but you feel pleasured by other people's wins. It's the yay for you, right? It's the opposite of jealousy, as I have compersion. So when all the people I love around me or all the people around me are talking about what's good, I feel good. I feel like I'm winning being around winners rather than how dare you win? You are against me. You are full of yourself. With love, you are going to remain a best kept secret if you don't change your relationship with self-celebration or bragging. With that, very quickly, shout out to my amazing mentor, one of amazing mentors that I've had in my life who introduced me to the concept of bragging. This one practice alone helped convert me from being a lifelong people pleaser with low self-esteem. This one thing, bragging. This is one of her books, Mama Gina's School of Womanly Arts. Shout out to those of you who got the armband because you've been to a live experience. I've been to several and I studied directly with her. I'm going to read to you her definition of bragging. Another great book by her, although I can't really show it completely online, is this book. That is a cat, Meow. Meow, a reclamation. You can spell it when you put it in Amazon so that you can order this book. This is their latest one. This is really fantastic. This is one of the older ones. Here's her definition of one of what she calls the womanly arts of bragging. We do this every week in our School of Womanly Arts classes. Each woman has to brag about something wonderful that happened to her during the week. The benefits of this exercise are many. Each sister goddess, every woman begins to acknowledge what's already good about her life. She becomes more comfortable talking about her desires and experiencing their fulfillment. And her bragging will inevitably inspire other women to go for more than they would on their own. Tying this back to learn to brag. The reason why you need to learn to brag is because you are an inspiration, and that is how you be an inspiration, is you let people know what's good. I'm so happy and grateful now that I can leg press 6 45-pound weights at once, 18 times in a row. I love my body and I love myself. I brag that, right? When you say things that are good, not that you're trying to be better than anyone else, but you're just being grateful conspicuously. You're out of the closet that things are good. You're out of the closet that you are doing impactful, awesome, positive stuff. You become your own news reporter for the brighter side of life. And we could use some positive propaganda right about now because things are really crazy out there if you haven't noticed. And you hold the key to shining more light, more love, more healing into the marketplace. But you got to get used to bragging it, celebrating, giving people the report of here's what's going well. Here's what's good. Here's what went well. Let people know because you make magic happen. Just as we saw in the Johnson & Johnson article, she's using AI technology in our contacts to reshape people's eyeballs while they sleep. Hello, that's incredible. Not to mention, if you read the rest of that article, she she heads up the DEI initiative for J&J, which is really remarkable, so that she makes sure that as an Asian woman, she sees diversity represented, diversity of gender, ethnicity, expression, and of thought at J&J. That's another win for the team. Why not brag that? Wouldn't people who care about that want to know? Don't you want people who care about the stuff that you do to be interested in you? I digress. You're a miracle worker. Yeah. And since reality is a construct anyway, as we learn from VR studies in this 4-part series, why not construct your own version of an absolutely awesome reality that you are making positive impact in more and more every single day? And it's easy, fun, and light, and getting easier, more fun, and more light as you go. And so it is. Let's hop on over then to Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, the chapter on the sixth sense. And what Napoleon Hill is going to offer here is another reason why it is so important for you to get your reps in. Give me 5 brags a day. You could even type them in the comments. What are you bragging? What are you bragging is good, especially if you are scared to celebrate it. Go ahead, type it in the comments or send me an email back. team@victoriawhitfield.com. I want to hear it. I love brags. I love it. I love it. I love the inspiration. Bring it on. So what we're going to hear from Napoleon Hill here is another reason on another level why brags are so important. Miracles of the sixth sense. The author, Napoleon Hill, is not a believer in nor an advocate of miracles for the reason that he has enough knowledge of nature to understand that nature never deviates from her established laws. Some of her laws are so incomprehensible that they produce what appear to be miracles. The sixth sense comes as near to being a miracle as anything I have ever experienced. He's talking about your intuition, right? This much the author does know, that there is a power or a first cause or an intelligence which permeates every atom of matter and embraces every unit of energy perceptible to man. That this infinite intelligence converts acorns into oak trees, causes water to flow downhill in response to the law of gravity, follows night with day and winter with summer, each maintaining its proper place in relationship to the other. This intelligence may, through the principles of this philosophy, be induced to aid in transmuting desires into concrete or material form. The author has knowledge because he has experimented with it and experienced it step by step through the preceding chapters of this book. You've been led to this, the last principle of the intuition, the third eye, the sixth sense. If you have mastered each of the preceding principles, you are now prepared to accept without being skeptical the stupendous claims made here. If you have not mastered the other principles, you must do so before you may determine definitely whether or not the claims made in this chapter are fact or fiction. And the claims that he's talking about are that, I repeat, that this universal intelligence may be induced to aid in transmuting your desires into concrete or material form. He says he's seen it. I'm tying his back to learn to brag. Let me tell you something. I have countless examples personally. I am standing in an example of the very fact that when you have the ability to tune in, to hone in your communication skills, to be a conscious creator, to focus on the positive, and yes, to brag the good that you do in the world, you make miracles happen. I'm standing in one right now. This mansion is a manifestation. I wrote out, must have ample free parking on a peaceful street with high ceilings, wood floors, must have a jacuzzi, must have a fireplace, must have positive, lovely people there, must have space for me to do Reiki, space for me to do meditation circles, space for me to do VIP days, must have it be nearby my house so that I can easily access it. I wrote it out about a year before. And what I do, right? I do meditation, I do healing, and counseling. And my work is positive for professionals. Come to find out, there was a business owner in the area who had a space that described the exact, it filled the exact description. And I also said it needs to be less than what I'm paying now and more space. I want double the space for half the cost. You know, he caught me in at that rate. And I've been here for years. And he's a business owner, so he loves that I do healing work for other professionals and business owners. I'm inside of a manifestation because I was able to share with him the vision and the value of the work that I'm doing. This is just one. I've manifested cars, money, clients, love, trips, clothes, gifts. The universe, when you open your mouth and speak your desires, as well as speak what you're proud of and what you want more of. That's why we brag. I want more of that. I want more of the ability to press 6 45-pound plates 18 times in a row. I want more of that. That's why I brag it, not so that I could compete with you. No, I'm on that Michael Jordan of I compete with me. And if you like this, you can be like, I'll have what she's having. Great. Not because we're in competition, but we are in co-creation and inspiration. Are you getting what I'm putting down? Are you excited? Type it in the comments below. With that, let's head on over, before I get lost, to the tarot card of the week. And you know I pull these at random, and they are always, no coincidences, always on time. It is the 9 of Air. As a challenger, watch this. Positive thinking is essential right now. So that means we're resisting positive thinking. We need to be vigilant about this. Your own obsessive negative thoughts are the true culprits behind the trouble you fear. I repeat, your own obsessive negative thoughts are the true culprits behind the trouble you fear. Release your guilt and realize that regret is a wasted emotion. Turn your attention to the amazing possibilities for the future and leave the past behind. This card is telling us that you've got this. You are enough. Like, you have permission. You have permission to open up and tell people what's good. Stop fighting it. Upside down means you're challenged to do this, or you're avoiding, or like, I don't wanna. No. Do it. 9 is completion, air of the mind. You're good. You know enough. You know enough. You've achieved enough. Now it's time to put it out there and share. The action step of the day that's going to support you in doing just that. Let me grab it. To all our school members. Shout out to those of you, like, comment below if you are not on school yet. Not yet. Go ahead and comment not yet. Right? Where are you at? Where are you at? Because you need to do our meditation, our strategic meditation of the day. This is the tracker of the month that we're using for our series. And what you're going to do is you're going to log into school. Go ahead and type in. Woo! Excuse me. Truth is being spoken. Go ahead and type in the search bar at the top of the screen on your school app, whether you're on your phone or you're on your desktop, laptop, and type third eye energy clearing. Third eye energy clearing. It's 15 minutes a day. It's in the energy clearing meditations section of your vault of visualizations if you want to scroll through. But it's third eye energy clearing. What this is going to do, the reason why we need to do this strategic meditation when you're learning to brag is because we have got some mental blocks, right? The tarot card being upside down. We have mental blocks around celebrating what's good, especially celebrating the impact that we ourselves have had. And it doesn't matter what level that you're at. The examples that we read through show that. We have some people doing amazing things. And to quote the science article from J&J, we won't tell people about the positive impact we're having. We're out of time for that. So we need to open our third eye, the inner vision, to be able to see, okay, I can see myself celebrating, and it's easy, fun, and light. I'm being an inspiration. I'm not being a bother. I'm not being a braggart, right? I'm not being a bully. No, I'm spreading positive energy. I'm like a light bulb, radiating light in a dark place whenever I celebrate the good. That is you. Remember, you do not have to lose your glow as you grow in life and business. Reach out to me, talkwithvictoria.com. If you want to schedule a session or ask more questions, or you need to connect, I'm happy to connect you with people always looking to connect. I am sending you so much love, but do not let this end here. Go brag it. I want to see you get the attention and the love, the support, the donations, right, that you deserve, because you're doing good work in the world and we need you. Mwah. Big love. We'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.